Hello there, and welcome to this episode of Happy Birthday Wellness Quiz. My name is Subiri Obogo. I'm a medical doctor and specialist in public health medicine. Today we're going to discuss 6 facts about cholesterol. This video was necessitated by social media reports which indicate that cholesterol is not bad for your health. So when we talk about cholesterol, what basically are we talking about? So cholesterol is a fat-like substance, also called lipids, which is found in the body, and excess of it clogs your arteries, increasing your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and sudden death. The second thing you need to know about lipids, also called fats, is that they are a group of compounds, fat-like substances that are mostly insoluble in water. There are 3 types of lipids. We have the so-called triglycerides. Triglycerides form the majority of lipids and comprise 95% of total lipids. They're mostly found in foods such as vegetable cooking oil. They're also found in things like butter, things like soybean cooking oils. There are mostly 3 types: saturated fats, unsaturated fats, that's poly, and the monounsaturated. So these 3 types of fats are what you call the triglycerides. The second type of lipids are so-called phospholipids. These are mainly found in the body as part of cell membrane. The third type are called the sterols. Now, sterols include things like cholesterol, vitamin D, sex hormones, and cortisol. So cholesterol is a sterol. The third thing we need to know about cholesterol is that it's only found in animal sources of foods such as meat, poultry, fish, things like cheese, egg yolk, milk, as well as processed meats such as bacon and sausages. The fourth thing about cholesterol is that 85% of the cholesterol in your body comes from the liver. Only 15% comes from what you eat in the diet. The other point related to that is that your body has a way of regulating how much cholesterol there is in the body. So for example, if you consume foods that are rich in cholesterol like eggs, the liver responds by producing less cholesterol. So there is a balance between what you consume and what the body produces. Now, some people have taken this to mean that dietary cholesterol has no impact on your blood cholesterol and therefore your risk of heart attacks and stroke. Now, this is not true. So the idea is that when you talk about cholesterol within the context of heart attacks, strokes, and sudden death, we are talking about the LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and the HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol produced by the liver. Now, unfortunately, the foods that contain cholesterol that I mentioned earlier also contain what you call the saturated fats. Saturated fats are the so-called triglycerides that I talked about as the one type of lipid. Now, when your body consumes saturated fats in excess, it stimulates the production of the LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. When this cholesterol goes up, it then increases your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and death. So the idea that just because dietary cholesterol doesn't increase your blood cholesterol doesn't mean that consuming animal sources of protein such as meat, fish, poultry, cheese in excess amounts will not increase your risk of heart attacks and stroke. So this is important to remember so that you don't put your life at risk. So finally, you can know your blood cholesterol through a test called the lipid profile, and they basically give you your total cholesterol, they give you LDL cholesterol, HDL cholesterol, as well as what you call triglycerides. As I mentioned, triglycerides is a type of fat which is also found in most of your foods that you consume. Your LDL level should be below 100, your total cholesterol should be below 200, whereas your triglycerides should be below 150. Your HDL generally should be above 40. or 50 depending on your gender. So this podcast is brought to you by Kike Afya. My name is Subiri Obogo. I'm a medical doctor and specialist in public health medicine. You can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, the link of which is indicated below. Until next time, bye-bye.